A majestic entry into UE building, marking the end of a historic trekking by this group of activists. They walked 535 miles, or 860 kilometers, to raise awareness about sexual and gender-based violence, or SGBV. The group, led by Hindolo Pokawa and his American friend Dustin Montgomery, hoped to steer discussion and action at individual, community, and government levels as part of their efforts to end the culture of rape and other SGBV incidents in the country.
You have heard the statistics are so alarming that the rape cases in this country, the reporting of rape cases keeps decreasing. But we have taken about 40 days on the road talking about sexual gender-based violence, ending rape culture in Sierra Leone. We've walked from village to village, city to city, town to town, and trying to engage communities to make sure that Mama Salon can be a safe place for women and girls.
Their journey began in Gendema in the southern Pujehun District, one of the regions in Sierra Leone with the highest incidences of SGBV. The team walked through about 8 of the 16 districts of the country, including Kenema, Kono, Falaba, Koinadugu, Karin, Cambia, and Putloko. They arrived in Freetown from Putloko after 40 days on the road on Friday, December 10, which marks the International Human Rights Day and the end of the 16 days of activism against sexual and gender-based violence, a global event geared towards raising awareness on SGBV. Dozens of fellow campaigners representing various organizations with interest in SGBV were at hand at the ferry terminal in Kisi to receive Pukawa and his entourage, who arrived aboard the MV Mahera, the first ferry of the day between Longe and Freetown. The journey continued on through the streets of Freetown to UE building, where an official ceremony was held to mark the conclusion of this remarkable feat. Mohamed Bello Jallo, CEO of Focus 1000, one of the organizers of the welcoming event, chaired the ceremony.
The objective of this whole exercise is not just to walk. That is one part of it. But you see, we are working for a child. This whole issue of culture of rape, in our society is becoming a menace. It is unacceptable under any circumstance.
Several speakers, from government to diplomat to the UN, touched on the significance of the event in the fight against SGBV, in a country where statistics point to a worrying trend of the phenomenon. According to the Sierra Leone police, last year its family support unit dealt with 12,826 cases. Campaigners say the situation is becoming worse by the day, despite increased action by the government and its partners in the last 3 years. The presidential declaration of a state of emergency against SGBV in 2019, in the face of rising cases of rape, paved the way for the amendment of the country's laws. Among others, the penalty for offenders was toughened. A special court for rape was also established with the goal of fast-tracking trials. Some campaigners say increased action may have led to the increase in reported cases. But the stories have also gotten scary, according to the Rainbow Initiative, which provides medical and psychosocial services for victims and is one of the supporters of the work for SGBV. An official recounts tales involving fathers impregnating their daughters. For many victims, it's not just the trauma of being physically abused that they have to deal with. They also have to contend with lifelong illnesses like HIV/AIDS resulting from these horrible acts against them.
Well, more than 3 quarters, so to speak, from January to this September, we registered 2,249 cases across 5 rainbow centers. In just 9 months, 2,249. Why is that important? Now, just 5 districts with the hope. Last year in total, we registered 3,338. The whole year. 9 months, we registered 2,249. That tells you, say, people that they complain, and we look at that way. Although so many people want to for believe say rape dey on the increase, but always tell us so we not get empirical evidence. But one thing we glad about are that people they complain. So now make us say silence. And one of the things where they make rape they continue.
Claire Buckley, ambassador of Ireland to Sierra Leone, hailed the powerful action of Pukawa and his team, which she says has brought to life stories of victims and communities that she hopes will translate to relevant policies and actions. Ella McFoy of UN Women says her agency will build upon the action of the team. This is the second walk for SGBV by Pukawa and Dustin in the last 1 year. In January, they walked 315 miles from Kailahun in the east of the country to Freetown. Their latest trek brings to a combined 850 miles covered. Pukawa says they intend to continue walking for as long as it takes to end the culture of SGBV in the country.
We believe that the ending rape requires a constant battle, a constant focus on it. And so every year we're going to be doing this campaign, talking on this, and we're going to be walking. It may not be 520 next year, it may be less than that, or who knows. But we plan to make sure that people know about this, and we encourage partners to get involved in this walk because it's the longest walk ever to have been organized in this country.
Other fellow activists shared their experiences about the day.
Concerned with maternal and child health and also adolescent health. And so adolescent health, we know that most of the maternal deaths is due to teenage pregnancy because these young mothers, they are giving birth and at an age when they are not yet ready to give birth. So teenage pregnancy causes teenage pregnancy is also contributing to maternal death. So we are also adding our voices to end teenage pregnancy, sexual and gender-based violence.
Education is very, very great, and I feel very, very happy about it because the message is really, really going on. And I do believe for a word for a wise is quite sufficient for those that are too intelligent. I believe someone might be there somewhere and listen about what is happening, and I'm sure that person will put this thing into consideration.
Very responsible for mobilizing the people because we believe in the rights of the child, we believe in the interest of the child, that the interest of the people always comes first. So now that means we join the team and focus 1,000, join the Pukawa team, join Pukawa in team, but we'll make sure we're able to raise more awareness, more knowledge on sexual gender-based violence, on rape as well, but we'll say not to rape, real man not the rape. Real father and a responsible person, not the rape. So how best we're able to say no to rape, and how we're able to minimize rape in our country.